Historical overview of Al-Jazeera. The unsuccessful attempt to establish BBC Arabic television stimulated the Qatar royal family in 1996 to set the basis of a new controversial media-based new provider, Al Jazeera. Upon taking leadership in 1995, Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani envisioned the creation of a new service aiming at offering insight on the region different from those offered by CNN, BBC, and other media trusts. Failed attempt between Orbit Radio and the BBC Arabic TV division to integrate a news channel for Arab Labs group of 20 journalists in need of jobs. The mission of Al Jazeera was to generate programming without governmental control, being the first network in the Middle East given such as mandate. It hired journalists with experience in reporting throughout the region and training in the investigative reporting of Western-style journalism. In 1997, the channel gained access to the most powerful transponder, the converged C-band transponder on the Saudi communication satellite Arabsat, which made the channel available to all chip satellite disowners in the Middle East. The period between 1997 and 2002 was labeled the Al Jazeera era, as the Qatari network successfully conquered the Arab public discourse via its live coverage, graphic imagery, and debates on the American attack in 1998 in Iraq, on the Second Palestinian Intifada, and on Afghanistan after attack. Al Jazeera was the only network in the world permitted on broadcast live the attack of the United States and United Kingdom on Baghdad in 1998, and the only network allowed to have a reporter in Afghanistan after September 11, 21, and to present the Taliban opinions.
Historical overview of Al Jazeera English. Al Jazeera established in 2003 its English language website, and 3 years later, in 2006, its English news channel, expanding its global audience through a distinct and alternative agenda which not only raised international interest, but also contributed to shaping Qatar's image on the global map. The English website was launched shortly after the United States invaded Iraq in March 2003, and it represented Al Jazeera's first attempt to reach an English-speaking audience. Called aljazeera.net, the website was created in consultation with BBC World Service in order to enhance the capacity to connect with Western viewers, as aljazeera.net failed to access the Western markets due to a shortage of interest staff, and as Al Jazeera Arabic faced difficulties in the West. The Qatari leadership decided to launch in 2006 a new global news English channel, independent from Al Jazeera Arabic's operation. AJ's mandate was formulated to accomplish two main goals. One, to meet a growing demand for accurate, timely news about the Middle East and other underrepresented parts of the world that could be delivered to English-speaking audience. And two, to launch a global news network on par with the world's most prestigious news organization that would, as a result of its association with an generous support from Qatar, help generate goodwill toward the small Gulf state, particularly in the West.
The actor and actor. Al Jazeera is a state-owned Arabic language international radio and TV broadcaster of Qatar. It is based in Doha and operated by the media conglomerate Al Jazeera Media Network. This organizational structure allowed the parent company to be funded by Qatari government while maintaining editorial independence. In June 2017, the Saudi, Emirati, Bahraini, and Egyptian government insisted on the closure of the entire conglomerate as one of the 13 demands they made to the Qatari government during the country's diplomatic crisis. The channel has been criticized as Qatari propaganda by some organizations and countries. Exclusive interview and other footage from the Al Jazeera Media Network are increasing, being rebroadcasted on American, British, and other Western media outlets such as CNN and BBC. In January 2003, the BBC announced an agreement with Al-Jazeera to share information with the facility, including news material. The availability of Al-Jazeera throughout the Middle East has transformed the television landscape in the region. Al-Jazeera has given controversial views on the government of many Arab countries in the Persian Gulf, including Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bryan, and Qatar. It also presented controversial view on Syria relationship with the Lebanese and Egyptian judiciaries. Critics have accused the Al Jazeera media network of engaging in sensationalism to increase its market share. All Al Jazeera popularity has been attributed to its extensive coverage of issues considered to be of great interest to international Arab, which have received a little attention from other media outlets. Al Jazeera Media Network is a private or non-profit foundation under Qatari law. Under this structure, the Al Jazeera Media Network is funded by Qatari government but retains editorial independence. Critic has accused Al Jazeera of supporting Qatari position, even though Al Jazeera program and channel publish content that criticize Qatar or violate Qatari law and norms. Al Jazeera editorial independence is endorsed by journalist association and organizations such as the National Press and Reporters Without Borders.
Talking about scopes of Al Jazeera. When Al Jazeera channel launched from the Qatari capital Doha on Friday, November 1, 1996, it was the first independent news channel in the Arab world. Media in the Arab world till then was characterized by state-controlled narratives that denied audience the right to know and right to be heard. Al Jazeera pioneered a new paradigm for in-depth journalism that was relevant to its audience, giving them a broad and deep perspective on regional and international affairs, putting the human being directly at the center of the news agenda. The channel founding tagline, "The Opinion and the Other Opinion," encapsulated bringing multiple angles to a story, informing and empowering its audience, championing their stories while maintaining the spirit of journalistic integrity. Al Jazeera introduced what came to be known as Al Jazeera phenomena. It was a turning point in the history of Arab and global media that inspired academics and researchers to study and analyze this phenomena for years to come. Al Jazeera is now one of the largest and most influential international news networks in the world. Having faith that a strong and vocal medium can be the cause of rise and pervasiveness of the value of human rights, Al Jazeera founded a specialized field that focuses on human rights permanently in all newsrooms. This field was established on November 1, 2008, working by focusing on civil liberties violations everywhere with a focus on the Arab world. As time goes by, this particular field was reorganized and expanded into a special department in 2013. Then, in 2015, the department was launched under the name of Public Liberties and Human Rights Center. This institution spreads a campaign to create awareness of international humanitarian law and prevent the erosion of human rights. Giving special focus on press freedom, this institution also fights for impunity against journalists and their right not to be subjected to violence. The road to this success, however, has not been without its challenges. The network and its journalists have been in the crossfire and at times paid a heavy price for seeking to bring the truth to its audience. In the face of these pressures on the network and its journalists, Al Jazeera continued on its journalistic mission and garnered international recognition and awards for its in-depth and uncompromising journalism. Over the years, Al Jazeera's expansion into new channel subsidiaries and digital content is a testament to its constant determination to evolve and deliver unmatched professional journalism to its audience. The network presents impartial news, programs, current affairs, and in-depth investigation that push the boundaries of traditional media. Al Jazeera is also continuing to pioneer new and emerging storytelling techniques that cater to a new generation, presenting an ever-innovative portfolio of digital products that inform, empower, and educate whilst maintaining its founding principles. Al Jazeera Media Network is ideally placed on the world stage with its headquarters in the Arab world with over 70 bureaus around the globe. in more than 3,000 employees from more than 95 countries. Al Jazeera has extensive reach across the globe and is available in over 150 countries and territories in more than 430 million homes.
This part is about the current issues of Al Jazeera. Siren about core journalism of international media. Al Jazeera is shot dead by Israel troops on the West Coast. It's unknown that Aulia and another Al Jazeera journalist, namely Ali al-Samudi, were covering an Israeli military operation on the same day when Israel opened fire on them without warning. In fact, Aulia and other journalists at the time wore a blue press vest with word press in white in the middle, which became a symbol of journalist work in the field. Aulia has covered key Palestinian events, including the Second Intifada and Israel politics. As a reference, the Intifada is a Palestinian resistance movement against Israel. The movement has appeared twice in the history of the conflict between Palestine and Israel. The first Intifada from 1987 and 1993, and the second Al-Aqsa Intifada since 2000. Aulia also frequently report about funerals of Palestinians killed by Israel force. She is best known for reporting on the reality of Israel's open military occupation of Palestine. For Al Jazeera Arab, Shirin Abu Akleh also covers several important events such as the long time in the Gaza War and the Lebanon War. The short death of Akleh sparked worldwide outrage. The US has condemned the killing of an Al Jazeera journalist and called for an investigation. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas said he would take the Syrian murder case to International Criminal Court. The short death of Sharon, which Palestinians refer to as an Israeli military action, is a war crime. The Press Council of the Republic of Indonesia also strongly condemns the short death of Akleh by the Israeli army while covering the West Bank city of Jenin. The Press Council called on the Israel government to carry out a serious investigation and punish the guilty soldiers, and urged the United Nations and other international organizations to ensure that Israel complies with international laws that are often violated. The UN Security Council called it a rare case when it came to Israel. They also called for an immediate investigation into the murder, the long series of cases of journalists killed by Israeli force and Israel military operation in Palestine give the impression that the country is indifferent to international law.